appropriate. Let's get more now on the Fed chairman's testimony before the House Oversight Committee. Peter Cook is on Capitol Hill with the details. Peter, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mark. Normally the Fed chairman travels here to Capitol Hill, gets a pretty deferential tone as he talks about the economy and economic policy. Today, a relatively confrontational hearing as the Fed chairman was forced to answer tough questions, both Republicans and Democrats, about the role he and the Fed played in Bank of America's deal with Merrill Lynch. Specifically, did the Fed chairman pressure Bank of America CEO Ken Lewis to complete that deal after questions were raised at Bank of America about Merrill's deteriorating financial position? The Fed chairman answered that question and said no, he did not pressure Ken Lewis, did not threaten to oust Ken Lewis and the Bank of America's board. Also, never told Bank of America not to disclose Merrill's deteriorating financial position. In hindsight, the Fed chairman said he has no regrets about his actions and the Fed actions.
In retrospect, I believe that our actions in this episode, including the development of an assistance package that facilitated the consummation of Bank of America's acquisition of Merrill Lynch, were done not only with the highest integrity, but have strengthened both companies while enhancing the stability of the financial markets and protecting the taxpayers.
Now, leading the investigation at the House Oversight Committee is the chairman of that committee, Edolphus of New York. He joins me now here, first on Bloomberg, to talk about the hearing that took place, what you heard today from the Fed chairman. First of all, thank you for the time. Appreciate it. And
delighted to be with you.
You've asked a lot of questions over the last few weeks. Your committee has about this event, this merger agreement. What did you make of what the Fed chairman told you today? Were you skeptical? Because some lawmakers seem to be.
Yeah, I was very concerned about what I heard today because he indicated the fact that he did not pressure, that he did not force in any way. Ken Lewis did not say that. He said that they did pressure him in order to move forward with the transaction. But I think the thing that happened today more than anything else, the role of the SEC and also the role of the FDIC is somebody that we now need to talk to. I thought that we'd be able to get over this and get the information. Once we extract that, we'd be able to move forward. But the point is that it's getting more involved and more involved because now we need to talk to the SEC and the FDIC, and we might even have to bring Ken Lewis back in here again because we want to get to the bottom of this. Because if we're going to reform, and come up with different rules and regulations, we need to make certain we have all the facts.
You said at the conclusion of the hearing there are still significant inconsistencies. To you, what is the biggest inconsistency still out there?
Well, the point is that Ken Lewis indicated the fact that he was forced, that he indicated that if he didn't move forward with the deal, there would be repercussions. Of course, today, Bernanke said that was not the case. I mean, that they would not force anybody, that they would just, the deal move forward in a very smooth kind of way. Now, however, there's memos that indicate that that's not the situation and that there were some concerns in terms of some pressure that appeared. So we don't know in terms of who applied the pressure, but the point is that it doesn't seem like it was a smooth trend. And the other thing is that why all of a sudden $20 billion, I mean, a private deal, I mean, first it was $12 billion, then all of a sudden $20 billion, and a private deal. I mean, why? I mean, I don't understand. Nobody's been able to explain this. This is the reason why we need to talk to some other folks to see if we can get the information. We hope Paulson will come in. Maybe Paulson, because they kept saying...
He's coming. This is the former Treasury Secretary, Hank Paulson, coming in July.
He's coming in July. And, of course, maybe he can answer the questions because there are some unanswered questions here, and we want to talk to everybody because we're talking about reforming the regulatory agencies. But in order to do that, we have to collect information from every source to be able to get to the bottom of it so we'll be able to do what's right.
The president's talking about giving the Fed even more power as part of this regulatory overhaul. Does the testimony of the Fed chairman today, what you all have learned in the course of your investigation, lead you to question whether or not that's a wise move?
Well, I really want to reserve my opinion until we talk to some other people. But based on what I heard today, I don't think that's a solution. But the point is that we want to talk to other people involved. We want to talk to Mr. Cox, who was at the SEC. We really want to talk to him. We want to talk to Sheila Baird, the FDIC. We want to just to see in terms of, because FDIC said, I don't like this deal. I don't want to move forward. And then all of a sudden, they're pulled into it. Why? I think that these are questions that have to be answered. And then, of course, they're saying, well, there was no coercion. There was no pressure. But the point is that...
You don't buy that?
I don't buy that. There was somewhere along the line, something went wrong here.
And given the crisis atmosphere that was taking place, does that cross the line in your view? I mean, the Fed chairman said, listen, we were looking at a cataclysmic event if Merrill were to go down in Bank of America.
Yeah, well, I heard that, but the point is that he's saying it, but at the same time, he put no pressure. But he had strong feelings about the fact that they should not go down. But it seemed to me if you have strong feelings about something not going down, you would probably apply some pressure if you feel that strongly about it. But look, let's face it, there's definitely something rotten in the cotton.
All right. Chairman Towns, we appreciate you joining us here on Bloomberg. Chairman Edolphus Towns, the House Oversight Committee. This investigation continues. Hank Paulson on the Hill next month. We'll send it back to you in New York. Gigi.
All right. Thank you. Peter Cook in Washington.